So in a large bowl, I'm gonna add in 2 cups of ricotta cheese. I like to go for like a traditional ricotta. It's got a little bit more texture to it. You can buy a smooth variety, but I like that little bit of kind of
it's like crumbly almost.
Yeah, it's almost got, it's a little drier, which I really like, a little more like a cannoli. So I've got that here, and I'm just gonna add that into a large bowl. And this is where you get to start to flavor this up, kind of, sort of like a cannoli. So the first thing I want to do is sweeten this a touch. So for the sugar, I'm going in with 1/3 cup of icing sugar. You could also do this with regular white sugar, but I am going to dust the top with icing sugar. Why get out 2 sugars?
Why?
Why? You know,
Why?
I'm not doing that. Andrea gets it.
I get it. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going in with about 1/3 cup of that powdered or icing sugar. Now I'm gonna season that with about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's just gonna pull back on that sugar a bit. And ricotta's a relatively neutral cheese.
I love ricotta.
I do too, but it loves a little bit of salt in it.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so good. Now for a bit of the cannoli vibe, I'm going in with the zest of an orange. Now, typically when you're making a cannoli, Anna, you do like a little candied orange peel situation too?
Yeah, that's traditional.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling? I see your face.
I know.
You're not loving it, are you?
I'm not gonna lie. You know when you get a cannoli and like one side's dipped in pistachio or chocolate and the other has that candied orange peel? I'm like, I'm not eating that half. That half's for Aaron. I like a candied orange peel, but if you're giving me the option between a pistachio or chocolate and a candied orange peel, I don't do it. So I'm just going in with the fresh orange zest. It gives a really nice bright flavor. And to be honest, this time of year, I love using citrus because this is kind of the tail end of citrus season. You think citrus season is in the middle of summer because that makes sense. It reminds you of the sun, but really it's actually kind of in the winter time. So this is a great time to use it. Your oranges are going to be beautiful. You can save this to eat up later, which is a dream, and you're gonna be good to go. All right, now I'm just gonna mix this together carefully because we have icing sugar in there, always messy. And then into there, I'm gonna go in with those favorite cannoli flavors that I love so much. I'm going in with both chocolate chips and pistachios because that's what I wanna do today. Feeling good about it. So I need about 1/4 cup each of chocolate chips. I'm using the mini chocolate chips here because I like to get more little bits of chocolate throughout as opposed to those big hunks.
It's a nicer bite too.
I know, I like it. And those semi-sweet are perfect. It's about 1/4 cup of those.
Measure with your heart, Mary, measure with your heart.
A little bit more than I think, a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go in with some pistachios. Now I've just chopped these up. Going in with about 1/4 cup of those pistachios. That's gonna give you a nice crunch. I love a pistachio.
Me too.
It's the best nut.
It's the best nut.
the best nut.
It's the fanciest nut too.
Name a better nut.
I honestly can't.
You can't.
Shahir.
Touche.
Touche. You walked right into that one, my friend. All right, give that a nice, good mix together. And that is basically that cannoli kind of filling in essence. But now we're gonna move on to the croissant portion of this recipe. Am I gonna ask you to make croissants? No, I am not gonna do that because I don't wanna make croissants. But I am gonna ask you to get day-olds, and I'm gonna ask you to take an old walk on over to that weird little rack in your grocery store where all the old baking is.
Nice.
And it's 50% off. Those are the croissants you want to use.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
I love it.
You don't have to go to your favorite bakery to get a nice one. Honestly, the grocery store ones are perfect for this. They bake up beautifully. So I've got about 5 or 6, and you just want to divide that beautiful filling into those croissants. So just spread it in. Are we feeling it now?
In the oven.
Are we getting it? Right? Just 100%.
Yeah.
Stick that in the oven, and that would be a delicious treat in and of itself. It's almost like, I kind of thought of this almost like when I was making like almond croissants and things like that, using up those day-olds that are a little stale, a little dry. How can you give them new life and stuff them with more flavor that you want to eat? That's usually what I think about at nighttime. I'm not gonna lie. All right, little bit more of that beautiful filling. You can fill it as much or as little as you'd like. Probably gonna do, 4 or 5. Then what you wanna do is you get a little bit of a baking dish. You want about a 9-inch baking or casserole dish. You could do a square, you could do a circle, whatever you want. We have a really cute little heart one here, because it's Easter. You have Easter with your loved ones. We love this one, very cute. And then you just wanna nestle those croissants right on in. Just give them a little shove. If they don't fit, shove them in. It's all gonna be fine. These are big, but really just kind of cram them in there. It's gonna look like the dog's breakfast, but it's all gonna bake up beautifully, because once we put that beautiful custard onto there, it's going to just puff everything up. So just shove them in. That actually worked really nicely. Yeah, I feel really good about that. All right. Now in this bowl, if you have any of that ricotta left over, that's totally cool. We're gonna use that actually in that custard mixture, that classic French toast custard mixture. So in that bowl, I'm going in with 5 eggs, just regular old eggs. Crack those right on in. I always pretend I can do a 1-egg hand crack. Can you do it, Anna?
I can.
You can, but are you,
Yeah.
like, do you have sometimes just...
There
That
you
See, now I'm getting cocky though. Can you?
Like you did it live.
I know, I'm gonna try it again.
I can't. I can't.
Keep going! Keep going!
Almost.
Keep going! Oh, no.
Don't look at the shell, don't look at the shell. Now, if you want to, you can add more flavors into here as well. I'm just gonna go kind of classic French toast though, with a little bit of vanilla and some cinnamon. Now, the cinnamon's never actually gonna mix into this because cinnamon is hygroscopic, so it likes to float on the top of that mixture. But I'm gonna go in with just a touch of vanilla. If you wanted to, you could also do like an almond extract. If you had a pistachio extract, is that a thing?
Yes.
It is.
Is
You
it,
got
is
it.
it
I'm
good or is
gonna
it, is it weird or is it good?
No, it's good.
Oh, see, if you got
Very
that,
good.
then do it.
Yeah.
A little bit of that cinnamon in there as well. And then for the dairy, I'm gonna go in with 3/4 of a cup of milk and then a 1/4 cup of whipping cream. Now, you don't have to do whipping cream. You can do all milk if you're feeling it, but it's Easter.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
brunch.
At this point.
At this point, what are you even
on,
doing? What are we doing here? All right, 1/4 cup of that cream is going in as well. And then I just want to give that a good beat together just to get those eggs nice and incorporated.
Hydroscopic.
Hydroscopic. Did you
That's a
learn that?
new word I just learned.
We learned about the cornstarch
Yeah.
in the cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're learning about science of cinnamon.
Lots of
Oh,
science.
and I've got another fun
yeah,
fact.
do it, love it.
Well, you know why eggs are such an important part about Easter?
Why?
Because think back to pre-industrialized times.
Okay.
Well, chickens wouldn't lay eggs all year round. Spring. Daylight, they start laying their eggs.
Anna
Really?
Olsen.
Yep,
Anna Olsen with the
that's it.
history lesson?
We brought it all.
Science and history here on the good stuff. All right, I'm gonna get that beautiful custard, and this is the only tricky part of this recipe. You need to carefully pour this over these croissants. It's gonna wanna spill a little bit, but those croissants are gonna absorb all of that custard.
Yeah.
You do wanna set this aside for about 30 minutes at least, or even better, do that overnight.
Yeah.
Shove these down, give them a little bit of a push so they get in that custard.
Yum.
For some good measure, I'm gonna go on top with a little bit more pistachio
Yeah.
just for fun. Maybe a little bit more chocolate. Then once that's rested for that 30 minutes or again overnight, pop that into a 375-degree oven for about 35 minutes. All that custard's gonna absorb into those beautiful little croissants. We're going to get the most beautiful little dish. The thing I love about this, even if you crammed those croissants into there, they're gonna puff up so nice with that wonderful custard. And this smells and looks like an absolute dream. I mean, come on. Put that on your table. Little bit of icing sugar right on top, just for some fun. And to me, that looks like one heck of a, right? Did I win you over, Shahir?
Cool idea.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling good. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.